Yo guys, welcome back! We are going to be starting off with a story of a mystery profound, Hell's Hot Paradise. It always takes me a moment to remember what the event title is. Let us go ahead and hop right in. So, I kind of just woke up. I really shouldn't be mentioning that, but it's the first thing that's in my mind. That's the main quest. Let's not go to the main quest, please. Let's go to the Jurong story. Yo, Oddly, welcome. Good to see that the voice chat's working properly. Let's go ahead and jump right into part 1, the prologue. So we'll be covering the prologue as well as episode 1 today. So this should run on for the next 3 days, so it should be finishing off on Friday. To my understanding, the story is only like 5 episodes long plus an epilogue, so not even 6 episodes, so that's why it's only going to be 3 streams for this entire event. It all begins on one fine day, much like any other after classes. Let's move this a bit closer over here. You and the other summoners present face a deluge of camera flashes. Hey, it's wrong! Yep. These are good photos. Thanks for agreeing to help with the circle summoners. I really appreciate it. It really came through what close friends you all are. The transient boy lowers the camera he's been taking photos with and smiles at your group. He's smiling. Hey, be good, Jerome? In that case, I don't mind telling you the tale of when me and my partner here first crossed fists. Let me tell ya, it's a real banger. Jiro steps in to stop the inappropriately violent story, but Jirong's eyes are positively sparkly with interest. It ended off with a bang too. Thanks, big bro Kango. Tell me about it next time. Big bro? Oh, sure, kid. Look forward to it. Kango, you actually watching? Amazing that you're making newspaper. Screw Kango, let's talk to Jurong. Thank you! I'll come and show you as soon as it's done. Wow, you're just so cute, Jurong! I wish we had a little brother like you. Don't you, Toji? Indeed. Displayed conduct does bring a smile to my face. I can see why you would think that, Ryoto. It isn't a surprise we're just jumping into, yeah, this is Jurong. There's no like, oh, I'm just randomly here and causing the end of the world or something. It's nice that it's an introduction where we kind of know them somehow beforehand. Jurong turns beet red as if he couldn't turn any more red as the summoners shower him with praise. Alright guys, let's pack it in, or Jurong's going to evaporate at this rate. No, I'm fine. Thank you. Aw. Aw, Jurong! Yeah, you're really cute. Come here, you. That was the most impressive you I've said. Jurong! Still, this is the high school section. Does it not take courage, Jurong, for an elementary school such as yourself to visit? Oh no, I'm always coming and going to the high school's newspaper club. That's why I've been hearing rumors all about you for a while now. A look of slight embarrassment comes over Shiro when he hears that. Ugh. They talk about us, huh? I have to admit to being a bit curious about what they're saying. I put my money on them saying you're uptight and obnoxious, yeah? Whose fault do you think that is, Kengo? That our underclassmen think of me like that. If you weren't always so... Ugh. Hey, wait! Oh, whoops. Look, the sleeping dragon. Time to make like a G and run away. Yo, Enrique, Jackie, Intron. And leave, you idiot. I'll at least get the saying right. Shiro, it's called subversion of expectation. You'd do well to learn it. There they go. Well, if you need to talk to someone for an article again, just ask any of us. I will. Thanks so much for today. Oh my god, it's Jurong! Jurong takes his leave, smiling with satisfaction as you and the other summoners see him off. They're such a cool bunch. Their personalities are so different, but they get along so weirdly well. The interview went all over real well too. Feels like I'm getting lucky lately. Like, I heard so much cool stuff at the big casino and the Coliseum when I covered them recently. Jurong is humming and skipping along when a photography student passing by calls out to him. Hey, Jurong! Looks like your interview with the Summoners went well. I was worried they wouldn't take you seriously. They didn't do anything weird, right? No, it was fine. Everyone was really nice, and I really want to do it again sometime. Oh my god, my fucking voice. Yeah, glad to hear it. Watch out though, things have been kind of dicey lately. Jurong gives his upperclassman a puzzled look. Hey, you've heard people talking about the Awakage thing, right? There are weird black bubbles that pop up out of nowhere. Awakage? No, Awakage. Come on, isn't that just something someone made up and spread around? Don't treat me like a little kid. I'm gonna take way more than some ghost stories about bubbles to scare me. Aw, Jurong. You can handle it. Eyeballs. Jurong talking about old chapters. Yeah, he was talking about very old chapters, honestly. It was like Desert Journey or some shit, or even Berserkers. That's way too old. Maybe it was a Valentine Coliseum he was actually talking about. I don't know. Jurong isn't buying it at all, but his upperclassman shakes her head. She's serious. Believe me, it's not just some urban legend. There's been reports of people actually getting messed up. They say that whoever gets gobbled up by the my brain keeps on reading that as awaked. What fucking internet's ruined me. By Awakage turns dark as night and goes over to the other side. You're just messing with me. I know you just made that up. Jurong wavers. He knows her, and he realizes she wouldn't make up a ghost story, just spook him and enjoy his reaction. Jurong's besties with mobs! More than anything, her eyes speak to her truthfulness. She isn't messing around. Hey, take it easy on reporting for a while, will ya? Don't want you vanishing on me. I'll leave some sheets in the club room for you, don't worry. Well, huh? But if this Awakage is actually real, when will we be able to cover it? I know that the reporter's heart isn't news and burning, but I can't help but be worried. See, you're like the photo club's little brother, and we all want to keep you safe. We all want to keep you safe, Jurong! If there's a chance something could happen. Alright, I got it. It's not like I want you to worry anyway. At least let me go to the next place I promised to cover, though. No stopping you, huh? Let's see, next up for today was the bathhouse in Asakusa, right? The Macaque's Pond? Okay, but go ahead and finish what you've already penciled in, but take a break after that. He nods and she gives him a hug! Then she pats him on the head while cooing softly. Oh my god, Jurong! Jurong feels himself start to drift off in response to her pleasant touch. She's a bestie! Jurong's besties with all the mobs. Because Jurong's cool like that. What's up? You sleepy? Well, you still got time till that appointment, right? Come on, scamp. Let's take a seat on that bench and you can nap on my lap. I'll wake you up when it's time. This is probably the longest time a mob has ever talked. Jeez. I love the Macaque's Pond. Macaque? Macaque. Sounds suggestive. When I had nowhere to return to in Tokyo, it embraced me. I love the regulars too. They saw this suspicious burly fellow appear out of nowhere and accept me on the spot. So I can't help but think there's no place as warm as this in Tokyo. The warm reception made me want to give back, so I put everything into working at the bathhouse. I'm pretty stupid and not very quick on the uptake, so things could really have gone better. It was real hard to get the grasp of everything at the start, and the boss yelled at me all the time. But still, everyone saw how hardworking I was. They acknowledged that and accepted me. Made me finally think that even for a mess up like me, there was a place I could belong, even if I worked for it. Except... well, one day, Our review of the macaque's pun went viral on social media. The spotlight was on a particularly incompetent employee. Myself, of course. I saw the boss scrolling through the article. From a distance, that is. That's the boss. The mob rights, let's go. Shit, it's Sartico. Always bumbling and blundering. Hey, mobs have rights, mobs can be bosses and have managerial positions too. Before I knew it, I'd run away. It was just too hard to hear. I don't think the boss noticed me. Just felt so pathetic and sad. I snuck myself into the back where no one would comment and cried in silence. Aw, Sartico! It's okay, dude. I read your research profile. It's better than that. You're doing good. Hey! Sartico? You listening? Wrong! I'm gonna be doing that every single fucking time. Sorry. What were you talking about again? I was asking if I could get a photo of you while you're working. Are you right? You're kind of spacing out. Sartico versus spy as to not worry Drew wrong. Forgive me. I simply had something on my mind. A photo, was it? Well, be my guest. Snap all you want. How about we take a photo together? A commemoration, of course, of your reporting visit. Someone like Sartico. I want to like Sartico, but like he's barely showed up at all. Like he showed up very briefly one time in it was like in some scene with Licho and Nausea, and it was like only for a split second before he like went off screen immediately after. He was okay then. I think he might have been Inaba's story actually. But yeah, we don't know too much about Sartico until now, so hopefully we'll get more detail on him. He seems like an okay dude. Huh? That's alright. Really? I'm just a photographer here. Come down. No need to be so bashful. So you just push this button and yes. Well, no, I pressed. He's like, alright. Is that what he said? What do you say? Well, how did that skip the entire thing? Alright, just be careful of that. It's expensive. Okay, let's line up. Here it goes. Ready? Snap. Following Jurong's warning, the shutter snaps and the two of them are bathed in a flash of light. They peer closely at the photo on the LCD screen, assessing its quality. Look how bashful you are in this image. I'm not. I just don't like taking selfies much, so I, fumbled a bit. Oh, Jurong! Still, this is a good photo. I could hang this up somewhere. Bring me a copy when you print it out, will you? Yeah, sure thing. I'll finish up the article with a review of the inn. After that, I can give you the photo when I bring you a copy of the paper. Review? Hiko reflexively stiffens when he hears that word. Well, a good review will spread the word about this bathhouse and more people. Huh? Hiko, what's wrong? It's nothing. Nothing at all. Well, you wouldn't know. Well, I'll go get interview the other guests. Yeah, keep at it. I look forward to seeing the paper. Brown. We got to put in more effort too. More Jurong, please. More Jurong! More Jurong! I can't live without Jurong. Jurong! Sorry. Gosh, I think I've got a real good article in the works here. Pashani! Jurong heads home with a spring in his step and a tune on his lips. He looks down at the street of the camera hanging from his neck with a smile. The screen is adorned with the selfie he took with Sartico. The young reporter can't wait to get home, organize the day's photos, and immediately began writing the article. It's a peaceful day, like any other, which everyone in Tokyo believes there will be many more of, continuing on in perpetuity. Neither Jurong nor Sartico has any inkling that they will find themselves caught in a rather strange incident that is unlike any other. But it's Jurong! Oh no, the sad music, no! Ghost tales, horror stories, occult whispers. They all start from baseless rumors people pass among themselves. Yet the more ears and mouths it passes through, the greater power and influence even the most humble of rumors gains. Who hasn't felt eyes watching, or general creepiness coming from around street corners, down deep wells, or even in your school's bathroom. Perhaps, without even knowing it, you've seen the real thing. These rumors coalesce into the aforementioned ghost tales, gaining power, however undeserved it may be. Tokyo, in particular, is rife with the power to turn these rumors into reality. After all, in terms of requiring faith, little separates a ghost tale from folklore or tradition. What follows is a true, blood-curdling tale that sends a chill down the spine on a hot summer day. And it all began where the rumor started half in jest. Hey, have you heard of Awakage? A mystery most profound! Hell's Hot Paradise! What an entrance! Oh, what a glow up of this lab. This is the police headquarters, and I believe it looked like some sort of posterized garbage before, but definitely looks like it was redrawn. It's not much, but to enjoy the tea. The chief should be with you shortly. Tajikaro sets a teacup in front of Miniaki and another in front of the empty seat across from him. Hey, that's his anniversary soon. I was just feeling thirsty. Thanks. Don't mind if I do. Miniaki picks up the offered teacup and wets his throat, which is parched from nervousness. Is he in for something suspicious again? This tastes positively wonderful. Oh, you're too kind. That said, I must take my leave. Tajikaro quickly excuses himself from the reception room, and Miniaki immediately hears him enthusiastically greet someone just outside the door. The precinct chief, Chief Daikoku, steps in a moment later. There he is. Sus. Apologies for the wait. I trust my officer made no breaches of etiquette. Oh, not at all. I'm the one who barged in with no appointment, so I can hardly complain about a little wait. Daikoku's gaze lands on the teacup, taking notice of the particularly dark and better-looking tea within. Forgive me. I'll make sure he learns how to make a proper cup of tea in the future. It's fine, really. Personally, I like it when I can't see the bottom. You can't possibly mean that. So, what business have you with me? Miniaki picks the teacup again to give himself a moment to calm his nerves. Slowly begins speaking. I'll assume you've heard of Awakage, yes? That's what I'm here to ask about. Yes, of course I'm aware. Our other popular ghost tale of late. Let's not play dumb here. There's been reports of people clearly being hurt in the manner described by the story. Well, given our relationship, how about we drop the pretense? Just what is it you really want to say to me? So I guess Miniaki knows his whole deal, which is not surprising. Apparently, he mentioned this only in passing in like one of the main chapter things. So it was like barely anything to know about Miniaki, but what we do know is pretty important. Apparently, Miniaki, maybe it's not from the main story, but maybe it was from his research profile. Essentially, he has like the foresight in every loop to be like the only survivor remaining in every loop. So maybe he knows all about Daikoku as a result the same way. Tension fills the room in the moment of silence that follows. Well, so far the harm done has been confined to battle zones or similar areas. Am I right about that? Because if I am, it means chances are high that this Awakage is someone's power. A rule only usable in a battle zone. I see you've done your research. I suppose an S-ranked agent boasts the investigative skills of an ace private eye. Do you mean to say you've come to offer your services and help our investigation? That would be an immense help. Whenever I watch a mystery where the police and private detectives quarrel, I always think they should work together. In Miniaki's eyes, however, it is as clear as day that Daikoku does not find the prospect helpful in the slightest. It's you, isn't it? The fixer pulling the strings beyond the scenes. Don't be ridiculous. On what do you base your accusation? I can tell that your role has something to do with shadows. And Awakage is bubbles and shadows. With your power, it's something you're more than capable of conjuring up. As for motive, I know the ire you hold for the denizens of Tamako who live here in Tokyo. Daikoku's expression does not budge, even when Miyake mentions Takamagahara. Or at least, that is how it would appear to anyone not blessed with Miyake's special eye. Why, not at all. I believe everyone here has their own unique value, no matter what world they hail from. We may have our different opinions on what constitutes value, but allow me to continue. Rumors of Awakage are spreading at a rapid pace, and believing in its existence is beginning to take root. Contrary to what you may believe about Miyake, he does actually have quite a handsome voice for whatever reason. It's kind of funny. Adds to his, like, standing hair factor. When half of those who live in Tokyo believes in its existence, your power will extend beyond the battle zones. I see. Next you'll say that once that happens, I'll be able to bury those I hate in the shadows. Yes? Is that what he attempted in the main story? Something like that. Or at least that was his goal. What a wonderful little script. Shall I work my gavel to make it a bestseller when you publish it? Miyake counters Daikoku's levity with a sharp look. Alas, I'm not the villain you seek. Is that all then? I thank you. That was a fascinating listen. Since you appear so attached to this case, Dr. Miyake, I'll let you know if we find anything. You think he's a little handsome? I respect that. I can't find him that way too. Maybe not handsome, but I find the charm within his creepiness, which is slightly different than handsome, but you know. Daikoku forcibly wraps up the conversation and picks up the intercom handset thing from the wall. Dr. Miyake will be leaving now. Do see him out. Let me just say this. Whatever you're plotting behind the scenes, I'm not keen on getting involved. That is, as long as no harm comes to my students' way. Yeah, this is pretty much Miyake's main motive. To protect the students of, what is that school again? The Jock Club, whatever they're called. The same one where Ashigara and Dorg is from. Otherwise, I will not forgive you. I will do no such thing. Having you as an enemy would be more trouble than it's worth. I swear it to the sun herself. Turning his back to Daikoku's knowing smile, Miyake leaves the room. This was not their first confrontation, and it will not be their last. I guess this is what happens when Daikoku ends up having a lot of knowledge, and Miyake just ends up acquiring knowledge very easily. Ooh, the tension! There's two villains. Well, Miyake's not really a villain, but... And we are receiving a two-parter prologue. Let's continue with part 2. How suddenly and simply does the basic process of daily life we all take for granted fall apart. Who don't know, I know it. When you get to the cafeteria for breakfast, you see the summoners all going on about something. Is this the Awakage ready in action? Hey, good morning everyone. What are y'all talking about? Ah, Addison. I hope this morning finds you well. Truth be told, we were speaking of a ghost tale popular in town as of late. Have you heard of the Awakage, Arthur? It's looking pretty likely that it actually exists. Awake? You've got to be kidding me. What now? Yo, Len, welcome. When you ask for more details, Ryota begins explaining everything they've heard about the Awake being. I really should stop saying Awakage. It's ruining the mood. The Awakage. Fucking Awakage. Awakage is a blob of black bubbles that appears out of nowhere, enveloping whatever it touches. Pretty standard spooky story as far as they go. Nothing in particular stands out about it. Well, according to Doji, many guilds have already seen people hurt by this thing. Looks like it's not just a story. Indeed. Master Hogan slipped me some information on the side. I see no reason not to trust his word. Since he told someone like me, who's not technically a part of the force, that only shows how grave the situation is. Shiro and Toji seem to be taking this situation very, very seriously. The two continue to discuss how this will affect the activities of the club after class. Toji, I believe you have dealt with this incident of the occult at the shrine, yes? What would your view of the situation be then, as a specialist? I wouldn't go so far as to call myself that, but I don't think there are ghosts or spirits at work here. I don't have anything concrete to back that up, though. Call it my exorcist's intuition. We'll have to keep our guards up either way. You then notice a conspicuously empty seat. Where's Kengo? Weird he hasn't come yet. Come to think of it, I haven't seen him all morning. Poor guy, he's going to miss out on Choji's breakfast. He has kept classes significantly less since he enrolled, Arathan, but I guess he just overslept. Or he might have gotten caught by the Awakage. It's bound to happen occasionally, and nobody sounds particularly concerned as you all resume your chatting. You wait as long as you can for Kengo to show up in the cafeteria, but he never does. So Kengo did skip school after all, huh? Don't think he was in his room either, but don't tell me. With classes over, you begin walking toward the safe house, and despite your best attempts not to think about it, the scary story this morning has your imagination running, and in a bad way. Your pace quickens in response to the cold sweat that starts dripping down your back. You make it to the guild safe house, open the door as usual, and say your greetings to Agyo and the others. Normally they would welcome you with a smile on their faces. Yet you're greeted with silence. Only silence. Why would they, when something horrifically unexpected has already shattered... Why would they, when something horrifically unexpected has already shattered all semblance of normalcy? What's going on here? Oh, freaking way. Answer me, you three! You see what has become of the three. Just as the Awakage rumors stated, their bodies are cloaked in an onyx darkness. At first glance, they do not appear to be breathing. I have to call for help. I know, I'll call Shiro. Yet no matter how many times you call him, he does not answer. The same is true of the other summoners as well. Oh wow, this is spreading fast. As you wonder whether to wait for help or to go out and call for it, you hear someone's voice from outside the safe house. My lord! Oh, my lord! Please, let me know if you are unharmed. Oh, my lord. How glad I am to see you are safe. Tadatomo is gasping for breath and must have dashed over with great speed. Tad offends and Chat jumped out. The worry that clearly drove him here shows how dire the situation is. As you may already be aware of, bizarre incidents of an occult nature are presently occurring all across Tokyo. We are besieged by Awakage, a monster of unknown origin that kills what it ingests into its bubbly core. And he glances towards the safe house and an awkward look comes over him as he attempts to finish his report. I think it got them. But you're right. My lord, I am more than worthy. He looks away, holding his wagging tail still with his hands out of embarrassment. When his blushing finally dies down, he clears his throat and begins explaining more about the incidents. It would be no exaggeration to say we have, in essence, no idea what is going on. No idea what the victims have in common, no idea how to deal with the monster. Nothing. With a discouraged look, Tadatomo shores up his announcement by adding that there have been no reports of any victims waking up. I do, however, have an idea of one man who may be able to turn this around. Word has reached me that the sports physician of Yoyogi Academy was looking into this case on his own before it exploded. Yoyogi, that's the academy name. I imagine a doctor of his talents may just know something of use. Something that may help us save your friends, my lord. Two individuals approach you as you're conversing. Sensing their presence, Taton raises his voice. Xolotl and Horoku! Who's there? Show yourselves, now! My lord, you take cover behind me. Oh, wait, it's okay. I know them. My hero, you are unharmed. Oh, praise be. Arthur! Lady Aquaman! She turned dark as night and stopped moving! Gonna have a hard time voicing Xolotl. The individuals reveal themselves to be Horoku and Xolotl. They both throw themselves at you the moment they draw near. Away, both of you! On hand, my lord! We were just engaged in a very, very important conversation about the future. Tadatomo pries the newcomers off of you, and after they calm down a bit, they start describing the sorry states their guilds are in. Hey, Lynn, thanks for the 1 month of support. I need to work on my thank you call. Even the berserkers have been ravaged, and many of our members are unable to be reached. I fear the worst. The tycoons are in a similar situation. So many of us have been hit, executives included. What is this? Where did it come from? Ugh, it's disgusting. I can't move. I'll get you out of it, Lady Hawkman. Just you wait. What? How in the world? Flee, you fool! If the two of us fall here, we'll go and get help. But, Lady Hawkman, what will become of you? Hawkman answers with an exasperated chuckle that suggests the fox is resigned to her fate. Aww. Hawkman's pretty base every time she shows up. She's always she's a pretty frequent side character, but she's always funny and, demonstrates her importance every time. Even if it means traveling to the farthest reaches of hell, I have no intention of going without a fight. This might be a reference to her backstory as Kaya or Hawkman. I don't know, I feel like she has some sort of backstory about traveling between worlds. Go and seek help, Xolotl. That is all you can do for me. Yes, ma'am. If you will only persevere, I swear on everything I'll hold dear that I'll save you. Like, oh, Xolotl, run! Wiping his tears with his sleeve, Xolotl turns his back and runs off as the black bubbles consume Hawkman. Watching him go, Hawkman has already steeled herself for her demise. Wow. This could be a touch on the bad side. I hadn't expected my end would be so very unimpressive. I wonder how you are doing, my liege. Had I known this would happen, I would like to have seen you one last time. Oh, she came to grips with that quickly. Lady Hawkman was consumed by a black bubble right before my eyes. I failed someone dear to me again. I promised her I'd save her, though, no matter what. So, I beg of you, Arthur, will you help me? I've got to help these three also. Yes, please, let's work together. My hero, I will lend you my strength, for both your sake and that of the berserkers. I was about to complain about the dead weight, but the situation calls for more living shields around my lord. Very well, for the sake of my lord, I, Tadatomo, will bring you all up to speed. Tadatomo's chat. Tadatomo explains the situation, including the fact that Miyake may hold some valuable information. Your group sets their sights on Yoyogi Academy and heads off in a hurry. Moments later, it happens. A storm of sticky black bubbles spawns out of nothingness and engulfs Tadatomo. He's fucking dead! Panting him in unfathomable darkness from the feet up. Tadatomo? Stay away! We do not know how this works. It is far too dangerous to approach it. I beg of you, leave me to my fate, and save yourself! He's fucking dead! Black consumes his body before your very eyes. His expression is that of one who has made peace with something. I'm truly sorry that I could not be with you until the end. Do forgive me for my early parting. The both of you, You must protect my lord in my stead. You were those sneaky black bubbles, jeez. Don't ruin the moment. Ryukami and Shillel both nod in response to the man who has accepted death. The two of them then take your hand and leave with you, just as Tadatomo wished. Oh my gosh, this music! This situation! Oh my gosh, it's just like a Nightglows. It's like a cataclysm, except it's happening like in the middle of it. Not like it's already happened, but like actually in the middle of it. Jesus Christ. Though with regrets, your group finally arrives at Yoyogi Academy. The atmosphere you encounter there speaks volumes to the acceptance that Awakage is no mere ghost story. People have locked themselves in their homes, and there's hardly anyone to be seen out on the streets. The school should be awash with club activities at this hour, and yet there is hardly a peep coming from campus. Sure is quiet. Not suddenly so. Is Dr. Maniaki really here? This place feels empty, but we have no other leads. You can only pray that he is here. Stepping into the school building immediately reveals the source of the quietness. You see the blackened remains of people caught by Awakage scattered around the halls and classroom. And worst of all, when you reach the infirmary, what little hope you had left is crushed. On the floor lies the motionless body of a familiar person, and next to him, close to his hands, a name tag. No, Maniaki's dead! That can't be. Even Dr. Maniaki? What do we do now? Maniaki had been permanently silenced by Awakage, and with him gone, your group's final lifeline has been torn in half. But not only that, before you have time to fully grasp the situation, an even greater tragedy strikes. No! I still have to save Lady Aquaman! Impossible! I kept my guard up! It's game over for everyone. Both of you, why? No, don't leave me alone! Someone, help! Forgive me, my hero. It looks like you will have to continue on without me. Yet I must say that I was glad to serve as your shield. Farewell. I'm so sorry, Lady Hawkman. I blew it all the way to the end. Tadatomo asked me to take care of you, Arthur, but I failed. The two of them are swallowed up by the black bubbles before your final words to them can reach their ears. You make a dash towards the exit, hoping to find a safe space to regain your bearings, though in your shock, none come to mind. And as you open the infirmary door to leave, pure terror overcomes you as you look at your arm. It has turned pitch black. The dark bubbles that claimed your friends are about to take you as well. There is no hope for you now. Your body has already become overtaken. As the black bubbles consume you, it feels as though your life force is fading out of your body. It strikes you that an unavoidable end is near. You can feel its approach as you lose consciousness. Prologue. Awakage draws near. We all fucking died! Someone or something is carrying you, and you gently sway from side to side on their back as they move. Oh, they're back. That was fast. But we're technically dead. We're probably down now. Arthur, are you right? So for long, I'd start to worry. Arthur! Oh, Arthur! You're awake! Oh, thank goodness! You open your eyes to find yourself swaying back and forth on Ryukami's back. Maniaki and Shillel are both eyeing you with concern as your mind slowly rejoins reality. Wait. Didn't I die? You're all okay! Wait, don't tell me where. I know what you're thinking, but I wouldn't say any of us are okay. Arthur, go ahead. Look around us. Your eyes will tell you more than I ever could. Well, I knew this day would come. I'm in hell. That's right. This is the afterlife. Looks like we are no longer among the living. We're fucking dead! Incredible start. Alright, we're going on with episode 1, part 1. Let's do this. My title voice over respected. Thank you. I tried my best. Honestly, I vaguely remembered his voice was deep, but honestly, I don't remember the exact timbre of it, so hopefully it was close enough. Please, do not fail a black background .jpg. Amaterasu. That is all I have to say. Your people have already folded to Takamikazuchi and the rest of my servants. You know that any further assistance will be useless, so would you please turn your lands? Upland is based off of Tamamo no Mae, a fox spirit with many variants from China to India. I see. She speaks only the truth, and her tone is deferential yet unyielding. He had heard that one of his prized children had already succumbed to the combined might of 2 divine beings, and the other was soon to follow. Even so, the surface is his treasure, a land he developed, formed, and molded with his own hands. So groans the king who had ruled the surface. Bereft of his territory, where is this monarch to go? He needs not wait for an answer. He already realizes he no longer has a place wherever the sun's light touches. What does that leave him with? The world of the dead. The land apart. The country of night. Whatever one called it, it lay beneath the surface and there was no changing that lower status. It is at this moment that the difference in power between the ruler of the heavens, Amaterasu, and the ruler of the land, Okuninushi, is decided. Indeed, for so long as he calls himself Okuninushi, he has no chance of victory. He has no reason to stay here. I see. So it's just because the name itself has the role decided upon that he is, the subordinate to Amaterasu, that he can never win. And which is why he adopted the name Daikoku, I believe. I thank you for refusing further argument, or I fear conflict. Be at ease. When we have left, we will restore the ruined order of the surface. We of heaven shall change your land into a paradise. And so did Okuninushi lose everything he had to Amaterasu, representative of Takamagahara, and thus lost his role as the surface's master. He fell into the land apart, where he will forever be called the King of the Dead. This is the Kuni Yuzuri, when Okuninushi conceded his land, spoken of in the world of Takamagahara. It is a memory of shame and humiliation the former ruler of the land must bear. So the fallen king does wonder. There are only a way to wipe away the shame, way to attain his revenge. He would, even if he had to lose something of his own, even if he had to lose himself completely. Mystery most profound. Hell's Hot Paradise. Episode 1. Daikoku's Battle. Guess we're covering this very quickly. Where am I? I remember being in my office, organizing the paperwork. Daikoku awakens to find himself clearly in the police station no longer. He sees a different world before him. Yet it does not seem entirely alien. Daikoku recognizes it as familiar scenery, distressingly so, from long ago. I am beneath the ground. Why? This is no Kata Sukuni. After much pondering and muttering to himself, he finally notices the presence at his side. I see you're awake. Got bored of talking to yourself? A shame, really. It was rather fascinating. That's uncharacteristically sarcastic of Horyukami. And who might you be? I don't feel this is the first time we've met. Indeed. Let me introduce myself. My name is Housamo. I see. That name is well known in the Ikubukuru's Berserker Underground. Forgive me for the intrusion of privacy. Allow me to introduce myself as well. I am Daikoku. I am both a police chief as well as a principal of Kyo Police Academy in Shinjuku. Many unconscious people lie scattered about. It looks like Daikoku has been one of them. Should I take it that you kept watch until I woke up out of the goodness of your heart? Daikoku turns his gaze towards those still unconscious. He recognizes one of them as a bodyguard who works at a certain underground casino. Shalotl. Another is a boy who came to interview folks at the station for an article the other day. Churong! Churong! Another still is a familiar-looking agent, Miniaki, and yet another. Awakage, it's gonna get me. He sees you speaking in your sleep, then turns away as if to shake something off. From your mumblings, it will appear that you have some familiarity with this place. Could I ask you share what you know? Very well. Normally, Daikoku would ask for something equivalent in return, but he elects to pay the favor back sooner rather than later. His mental calculus tells him that revealing his hand is a small price to pay. Yes. Why not? This place is exactly what it appears to be. To put it simply, this is the land of the dead. Tokoyo, Kakuryo, Nenokuni, the underworld. Hell. It has many names, but this is the lower world. The final destination of sin and filth. I see. So this is an amalgam of all the different mythologies, concepts of the underworld. Mosir. I had a feeling this was the land I had heard of, where the sons of men go after death. Though he had expected it, hearing its stunts Housamo, leaving him momentarily shaken. Now then, are you going to wait for these others to awaken? Because I will be taking my leave if you are. I have a little love for this disgusting place, and want out as soon as possible. Hold on, Daikoku. Do you mean to say you have a way out? If so, you must tell me of it. Daikoku does not directly answer the question. A king need not heed a peon's demands. Others hold no value to him beyond their immediate usefulness. To speak to them in earnest? Unthinkable. Oh, there are ways, you see. This world remains as I remember it in any case. A brief glance, however, tells me this place differs somewhat from the underworld I know. That would be fine if it was just simply a result of the passage of time, but it appears not to be. Worst case scenario is that Yomotsu Hirasaka, the slope between worlds, has ceased to exist. Daikoku suspects the chances are high. As the possibilities scroll through his mind, he notices the insubstantial spirits of the dead beginning to gather around them. Strange. Seem rather hostile towards us. How could the older spirits resist such a large amount of fresh meat falling into their turf? Those who have had their rules taken from them and been deemed lower fall from the land above into this place. The longer you stay here, the weaker and more insubstantial your existence becomes. Unless, of course, someone acknowledges you, built great bonds of one form or another, and only oblivion awaits. That is why they attempt to absorb the other dead, to fortify their identities, and ward off their annihilation. It might be easier to think of it as a form of sustenance, much like food is for the living. After hearing Daikoku's explanation, Housamo slides into a battle stance to protect the unconscious individuals behind them. Needs aside, I must say I am surprised they would bare their fangs at me, of all people. That they would bite the hand that feeds. I may be another man, but it does not put a smile on my face. I hereby sentence you to punishment in the name of Daikoku. Om Mahakalaya Svaha Mahakala Mantra. Referring to his origins. Daikoku and Horyukami whip out their sacred artifacts to drive off the spirits of the dead, and yet their sacred artifacts do not activate. They are like replicas or toys in their hands. Oh my god! No sacred artifacts in this world. My gavel will not respond. Daikoku immediately assesses the situation. Horyukami beside him is in the same boat. Do not tell me that. No, that cannot be. Does not explain why his sacred artifact is inactive as well. Are there rules and rules that our sacred artifacts being sealed by some force? Though flustered at their lack of sacred artifacts, they elect to use their physical prowess to fight instead. I must find some opening and escape quickly. I cannot suffer the ignominy of being slain by my former subjects. Daikoku observes the area as he fights, looking for a way out of the spirit's formation. Then, he notices you out of the corner of his eyes, still unconscious. An ancient memory flits through Daikoku's mind, when he thought he had locked away in the cold, dark part of himself long ago. Okuninushi, Lord of the Land, you say? Am I truly worthy of such a grand name? It is a voice with no artifice, that knows neither hesitation nor setback. Can one such as myself truly establish a land that is worthy of the name? Oh no, a few of all individuals expected of me, then I will do my utmost. I will make this land a grand one, worthy of the name I have been granted. The die is cast, and the deal is made. If he has come this far, there is no turning back. Either way, he knows that if he wishes to survive, he will need to subjugate the siblings coming for his life with his own strength. He's most likely referencing Materasu and Tsukiyomi as well as Susanoo. The trial placed on him by the ancestor before his eyes ended up training him well. Okuninushi's great ancestors granted him 3 treasures to match his newfound resolve. 3 holy weapons to oppose a corruption overtaking the Nenokuni. Sword, a bow, and a koto. Are you certain? These 3 sacred artifacts, they are all your treasures. Each artifact was proof of the wielder reaching the heights of martial prowess and was a key component of his ancestor's power as ruler of the land apart. To inherit them is to inherit his ancestor's ambition. Onamuchi slowly bows his head down as low as he ever has, and begins walking towards the light, towards the surface. So this is the first time we're hearing a distinction between Onamuchi versus Okuninushi. Usually they're mentioned in the same breath when they're saying what Daikoku's true identity is, but it seems that Onamuchi was his predecessor, just like Necruprecht's predecessor, or Dead's predecessor was Necruprecht. Such is the fated day, Okuninushi begins his quest to defeat his siblings and establish the land above. So I am not actually well versed in the specific mythology of what happened, but my best guess is Onamushi's mythology revolves around his time as a ruler, and Okinunushi's mythology revolves around the mythology of his defeat versus Amaterasu. Daikoku lets out a quiet sigh in response to being ambushed by his memories. If I have no choice but to remember who I was, I suppose I will just have to take it. Daikoku murmurs quietly to himself, then calls out to Horyukami, who is still battling fiercely. Horyukami! You should be able to carry these forth safely, yes? I see, that's why I got separated from... Well, go on ahead. I will buy time for you to make your escape. This is true. He may have lost his rule, but he is not about to lose to a gaggle of paltry spirits. But what will happen to you? Their numbers are great, and their attacks will all be focused on you. I'm saying that if you can't use your sacred artifact, you're dead weight. Much to my chagrin, I've got some power bundled into this body most suitable for the situation, but it's not something I can show just anyone. Though if you don't mind that hero of yours getting caught in the crossfire, that's a different story. Horyukami starts to grasp what Daikoku is trying to communicate and hoists up the four limp bodies. I swear to make this up to you. Do stay safe. With a quick word of thanks, he dashes through the path Daikoku has opened for him. It goes without question that the moment Horyukami has his back to them, the spirits relentlessly attempt to pursue. Daikoku blows them away, however, drawing the spirit's attention to himself. Now then, don't blame me. After all, it's your fault for stepping on my shadow. I guess this is the battle sequence where we're unconscious. They started doing that in like chapter 13, I believe, where they were doing battle sequences where the MC wasn't even there. It's fine. Not all battles revolve around MC. Very cool field background. Daikoku faces off against the spirits, not with his rule, but with another power altogether. The remnants of what he had when he was his past self. Because he had shoved its traces into the shadows as part of his painful past. But he unleashes his power, plain and simple. The martial prowess beaten into him by his ancestor ages ago. It is more than enough to easily drive off the spirits. Looks like I've still got it. I was hoping I wouldn't have to dirty my hands, though. Then again, it did save me from the embarrassment after making such a fuss. So I'll accept it. Horyukami and the others likely made it to safety. After all, they are already too far away for Daikoku to see. Oh, that was a short after battle sequence. Alright, we're gonna finish off with episode 1 part 2! You're all here? Wait, where are we? We already talked about this, MC. You look around to see that wherever you are, it certainly isn't Tokyo. The land is red, with geysers of steam and flame belching out here and there, and you can see tall mountains of needles in the distance. Ah, my hero, you awaken. It appears that we are in a land below. I believe you denizens of Tokyo call this place hell. Horyukami slowly lets you off his back and bows his head to you. Wait, we actually died? Could I ask for an explanation? So you're here too, Horyukami. To go through the harshest of the trials and protect you from the madness of the world. That has been my joy. I shall travel with you to the very bowels of the earth and the land beyond. Miniaki speaks up while Horyukami appears to be fighting back his emotions. Indeed, the situation is not what I would call a good one. Take a look over there. You follow Miniaki's finger to see both spirits of the dead and grim-looking ogres wandering around. Well, since we're brand new here, We're like a walking buffet to those guys. They come running the second they get a hint of our scent. Well, that wouldn't be such a big deal on its own. Aerothin, go ahead and try to use your secret artifact. You attempt to activate your sword as told. The sacred artifact, however, does not react. First time we're completely powerless. Huh? My sacred artifact won't activate. Regardless of whether this place is special, or there's something else going on, our weapons are no good, as you can see. I was hoping yours would be different, but it looks like we don't have any exceptions. Say, Dr. Miniaki, what's with the outfits? Japanese garb looks good on you, Horikyu. You look good too, Schladdle. You look so handsome and mature, Doctor. And his eyeball yukata. You think so? Well, I was dressed like this when I woke up. I do appreciate the compliment, but I always wear a white lab coat, so I don't feel too comfortable with that one. Horikyu Kami woke up first, so he explains that he opened his eyes to see you all clad in yukata. The three also share with you what they understand about the situation you're all in. He said there should be 4 of us, right? We still haven't seen the drawing yet. I'm surprised that Horikyu was able to carry, like, both Miniaki and Chillo, but I guess he's right. Since there's no sun in the sky, they've had to rely on their intuition, but they figured you've been unconscious for a few days. What's worse, no one came up with a way out during that time. Ooh. Everything they've just said is the beginning to sink in when, suddenly, a voice nonchalantly speaks up from behind Schladdle. Oh my god, it's Shiro! There he is! Ah! When I fall asleep. Yesterday, Oh, yeah. I looked through my album and then... Huh? Dr. Miniaki? Schladdle? Horikyu Kami, even Aerothin? Sorry, the draft isn't finished yet. The photographs will be ready after we pick it out. Where are we? Your group explains the situation to the still sleepy Jurong. Everyone's dead? Seriously? Okay. That reaction has a little less. Has to be a little less right. He's so cute. Jurong's so cute no matter what he does. You barely play this game anymore, but you're glad some of the characters got some good roles now. Yeah. Well, you know, the story's still enjoyable on YouTube, even if you don't play. Like, that's how you react normally, right? You'd be really surprised to hear you've kicked a bucket, right? Well, when I'm talking with you all, it doesn't feel real that we're dead, you know? Jurong already has both hands on camera hanging from his neck and is looking around in excitement. Not only is he apparently unable to fully process the situation, but his curiosity also seems to have won over his fear. I was bawling my eyes out in shock when I woke up. You're all just too calm, especially you two, Miyaki and Horikyu Kami. Horikyu Kami? Let's keep my little freak out when I woke up a secret peanuts. So I guess even Miniaki can be shook. I suppose that's true, because if his secret artifact's not working after working in every single loop, freaking out for once is a reasonable reaction. So says the meaningful glance from Miniaki, but Horikyu Kami answers it with a puzzled look. Whoa! Now these are some super rare sights! You can't see this back home or in Tokyo! I wonder how big those needly mountains are up close. Oh, will they hurt to touch? John continues snapping photos, completely absorbed in the scenery. While the rest of you watch over him with some warm smiles. Horikyu Kami and Miniaki appear to notice something. Hey, what's up, you two? Hey, everyone! Someone's coming. Hi? Where? What's happening? That's my hero. Not missing even the faintest of presences. Hey, according to Lord Enma, it should be around here, right? Indeed it should. It was around this area that an unusually strong reaction was detected. Well, if it's just a device acting up, I will be positively fuming. You peer out from behind the rocks at the two voices, which surprisingly sound quite familiar. Looks like it's Hakumen Tadatomo. Ugh, it's so disgustingly hot here. How do you survive with all of these layers? Have you forgotten the power I have over ice? This bit of heat is over nothing. This bit of heat is nothing. Do you not, like, have your artifact not working? What the heck? Well, I don't think his power is actually based off of ice, so I don't know what he's talking about with ice. Right. Well, just try not to collapse from the heat, because I'm not carrying you back on my back. Hey, Tadatomo and Hakumen. You're behaving a little strangely, though. Everyone, keep down. Lady Hakumen, you're all right. Oh, well, probably not if you're here, but I'm glad to see you anyway. Hold it, Charlotte. It's too soon to reveal ourselves. Miniyaki's warming comes too late. Hakumen and Tadatomo look squarely your way. Found you. Would you mind not resisting? I prefer to do this the easy way. Nonsense. Seeing them put up a bit of resistance makes putting the hurt on all the more satisfying, does it not? My, you're right. Quite the rarity. Well, are you ready then? They regard you with obvious hostility. Their attitudes make them seem like a pair of complete strangers. Okay, then calm down. I know Tadatomo a little, but I did not expect him to look at you with such murderous intent, Arthur. He is clearly acting strangely. You would never say such a thing to my hero, even in jest. I don't have a clue what's going on, but you're right about that. Tadatomo, shake! How rude, talking as though I'm a dog. I'll make your death extra painful. His words and actions are completely unfamiliar, and he does not appear to be acting. Lady Hakumen, it's me, your bodyguard, Charlotte! Look at me in the eyes that you gave me and tell me you don't recognize me. You're angry, aren't you? I knew it, especially considering how badly I blew it while trying to protect you. What are you babbling about? I have no memory of ever associating with a filthy mongrel such as you. No way! Say it ain't so! Please, Lady Hakumen! Please, forgive me. I apologize. Really! Hakumen's cold glaze is no joke. It speaks volumes about how serious she is. Arthur? Are we going to be okay? I'm getting kind of scared here. Oh, Chirag! Don't worry, this will be okay. I'll protect you! Don't worry, I'll protect you! Don't worry, you want me to hold your head? It's okay, Jurong. I'm here. Thanks. You're really kind. Jurong had been, until now, surprisingly calm even after waking up and hearing he died. Jurong's the best. Yet Hakumen and Tadatomo's intimidating attitudes clearly have the boy shaking with fear. Aww. That's our target. There's no mistaking it. One body, but dozens, perhaps hundreds of souls. And feel them. Oh goodness, what a cute target. I wouldn't mind making you my pet. Keep it together. What if they escape because you can't focus? What then? The two of them are suddenly eyeing you closely while deep in conversation when suddenly they begin arguing. Okay. Oh, well, look at you wagging your tail up a storm. And I do mean a literal storm of dust. Could you stop? What was that? Listen, enough. The target is mine. Excuse me, comrade or not, if you're going to take what's mine, then you're not getting off easily. Or at all. Bring it on. I'll tell Lord Enma that the vixen was so distracted by the enemy, she fell into limbo. Sounds like our chance to run. Let's get out of here. Don't fight on me! Hey, don't fall for their foolishness. This squabbling is our chance to escape. As your group attempts to escape, someone calls out to you from a nearby cave. Hey, Sautiko! Hey, you five! Get over here and keep quiet. Pointing his hand insults him. Thanks for giving him a shoulder ride. Oh my god, it'll be faster that way. Your friends quickly run to the cave, where you are met by a tough-looking young man. Oh, it's Sautiko! What are you doing here? Oh, Jurong, you know him. No time for that. Shh! Quiet, Jurong! We're getting out of here. You follow Sorotsuki through the cave. For long, I really wish they would update this yee-ass cave sprite. Jesus Christ, existing since the very first event, and it looks like it's still posterized from, like, a blue-tinted anus. Jesus Christ. Before long, the two arguing voices outside the cave fade from earshot. No, I admit that your way of your way around messy business, but who do you think it is that has to clean up? I do not remember asking for your aid. How about you go home and brush those needlessly numerous tails? Ugh, now you've said it. Did the rest of you hear that? Would you not agree that this man is just terrible? Horrible, even. You can obviously am right? Aquaman and Tato both turn towards your group seeking agreement, but there's nobody present. Oh, my. Well, crap. Lord Edmund's gonna skin us alive! Glad to see even if they're against us, they're still fucking idiots. Jesus Christ, Lynn, write a fanfiction, why don't you? Thanks for helping us out, Sergio. I didn't expect to see you here too. Well, you see, I happened to be doing laundry over there when I thought I heard some familiar voices. You were just doing laundry randomly, huh? Sarutohiko points towards the riverbank, which is dotted with a number of stone towers. Many spirits and ogres are wandering among them, and you recognize some of the faces. Seems they're getting a little bit frisky there, Suzuka and Takamaru. I've got a bad feeling about this. Huh? What are you looking at? Let me guess. You want to cross this river too? Then you better pile up some stones on the riverbank, or you can forget it. After noticing your gaze, Suzuka points down at the countless stones at her feet and begins yelling at you. Come on, Takamaru. Yell at them a bit. Be intimidating. What the? I didn't ask you to be a dog. Sorry. I'm just not cut out for this kind of work. River crossing? Not interested, but you look pretty cute in those outfits. Excuse me? Don't think you can steer us astray with your honeyed words. Right, Takamaru? There's no way. Wait, what are you getting all red for? You're the one who's blushing. Suzuka and Takamaru turn beet red. Right when your group sees the chance to escape, however. Hey! Hold it right there! You didn't think you could get past us that easily, did you? If you're going to turn your back on us, then start piling those stones. I want a tower twice as high. And to escape piling fate, huh? Oh wait, where do we go? This is what happens when you tussle with ne'er-do-wells. Come, just follow me. There's a spot over there safer than most. Keep your guards up until we get there, got it? Hey, wait, I said, don't go running off. I like the cast so far. You focus on running while trying to ignore the murderous aura of the individuals behind you. So far away from the riverbank do you run that you can't tell how much distance you've covered. By the time you look back, your pursuers are gone. Looks like you managed to keep up. You find yourselves at the entrance to a hot spring with steam rising up at various points all around. Where are we? Hot spring town in hell? Well, let me just welcome you to the hot spring paradise. Irashai. And that's how it ends, I guess. Random stone piling sequence. That's probably a reference to some story we don't know about, but it's probably like a Japanese folklore. Probably not Japanese, but well, they're Japanese ogres, who knows? Anyway, that should be it for today's playthrough. Yeah, episode 2 will be next. I'll be covering that tomorrow. Alright, right, that's it for this playthrough for today. Anyways, that was covering episode 1 as well as the prologue. Tomorrow I'll be covering episodes 2 and 3, and the day after I'll be covering episodes 4, 5, as well as the epilogue. So all of that all done in one bunch. But yeah, thank you for joining today. I am so happy I get to see Jurong every day for the next 3 days. It's so amazing, and he's so cute, and oh my god, they actually played into the cuteness. They weren't just like, yeah, he's a cute character, but that's not gonna be his character. It's like, it's literally every scene, he's so cute! He's so fucking cute! What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna pet him in the head, and you're gonna fucking protect him. You have to protect him. Jurong's the best. Jurong's the best. And also, it's nice seeing the other characters too. You know, I do like Charlotte and, Hakumen's personalities in general. They're nice to see. And you know, Toriki, Kami, and Tajama are existing. They're not bad. I'm liking the more detail being shown about how Miyaki is, as well as Daikoku. Especially Daikoku, but you know, this was his main episode. Well, we didn't really see a full resolution of it yet, but looking forward to it. We'll see what happens with Sarutoki anyways. Don't know his deal at all, besides he is related to bathhouses. But yeah, that was an incredible introduction to bring us in that world. Normally we're just pulled into some random transients bullshit in like episode 4 about like, you know, oh no, it's a collision of worlds because they have like some self-trauma or something. Or maybe it's like, you know, we're brought into some virtual world instead in the very first episode, and it's just because some goofy dumbass shit like in Virtual Summer Memory, or in what's it called, happenstancing like with Valentine Fantasy. In this one though, we all like literally fucking died. That was pretty cool. I mean, is it cool to die? Who knows? But theoretically, it would be cool in a story like this. Well, it's only cool if like everyone dies simultaneously. You know what? Don't clip any of this. This is making me sound sus. Anyways, I'm looking forward to tomorrow for sure. Thank you for joining me, everyone, again, and look forward to more Jurong tomorrow. That's all for now. See you later, cuties.